Welcome to the Itchy Soul Playground. I am your host, Elle Edwards, and I'm here with an invitation. This invitation is really going out to all the misfits and the weirdos and the people who on the face of it look quite normal, but inside here, you know you're anything but. Now, how do I know that? Because I am a weirdo and a misfit too. On the face of it, my life looks quite sensible and serene and normal. Incidentally, normal is just a setting on the washing machine. But hey, I don't need to tell you that. You know that already. But on the face of it, my life looks normal. I have a house, a mortgage, husband, children, dogs, rabbits, guinea pigs, fish, hamster. Don't want to leave anybody out. You know, it's a very normal day-to-day life. But in here, there's all this other stuff going on. And if you're somebody who looks quite normal to the outside world, but inside you know you're so much more, the Itchy Soul Playground is for you. Because about 12 years or so ago, I wasn't being me. The word I have for it is youier. You being the person that God created you to be, quirks and foibles and eccentricities and fully self-expressed and showing up, being that person. That time in my life I was miserable, I was angry, I was fed up. And there was no reason to be any of those things on paper. You know, I had the house and the children and the husband who loves me and all the rest of it. And yet there was something deep inside that just wasn't sitting right. And now, fast forward a number of years, with hindsight, I can see that I was trying to fit into a box of somebody else's creation. I was trying to be normal. I was trying to be all the things that society said I should be. And for me personally, it was a recipe for disaster. Now, for some people, it works great, and that's fine. But for you, if you're watching this and you're like, yeah, I know how that feels, the misfits, the weirdos, the people who look normal but they know they're not, those people are who I created the Itchy Soul Playground for. Because God made you to be you. You are wonderfully crafted. You are beautifully made. And everything that goes on up here, He designed that way. There's nothing wrong with the way that your brain is wired. There's nothing wrong with you being you. The problem we have is that society doesn't really know what to do with us. It kind of likes to give us labels and, you know, syndromes or, what's the other word I'm looking for? Disorders. That was the word I was looking for. The world wants to put labels on the way that we work when our brains don't act the way that other people think they should. And there's a solution to that. The solution to that is you embracing all of that wiring and allowing God to help you be you. And the Itchy Soul Playground is part of that story, because I am here with God's leading to help you embrace all aspects of what it means to be you, including the way that you do your relationship with God, because there is no one size fits all in any aspect of life, and that includes in the way that you do faith. So here at the playground, we're really focused on figuring out who is it that God made you to be. What are those things that are itching at you? Maybe, you know, there's something you've done life to this point where you've got the house and the family and all the normal stuff, but there's something that says, well, now what? Is this really what God meant? You know, what is it what Jesus meant when he talked about his burden being light? There's that Bible verse where he says, come to me, all those who are weary and heavy loaded, and I will give you rest. The Itchy Soul Playground is really rest for the weary, for those people who are fed up of trying to fit in and be normal and are ready to step up and be who it is that God made you to be, and explore what that looks like. Scratch those soul itches. What are those things that God is niggling at you to do and be and have and explore? We do all of that in the playground, together in community. It's a safe space where you can practice being youier. It's where you can say, well, I don't know about this bit. I'm not sure about this. Well, what does that look like? That's what you can do in the playground, safe in the knowledge that you are amongst other wonderful, delightful misfits and weirdos. Because you are God's workmanship, you are his work of art, you are his precious creation, and he doesn't need a do-over. And so it's time to embrace all that God has for you and to step forward and be the person that he made you to be. Now, if that sounds exciting to you, come and join us. I can't wait to show you around.